Welcome back to another episode of Girl Talk Unfiltered. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Emily, and we're your hosts here to keep it real, raw, and unfiltered every week.
And today, y'all, we wanted to switch up the topics a little bit and talk about the pros and cons when it comes to entrepreneurship and working a 9-to-5 job. So we have two guests on our show today, and one works a regular job and one is an entrepreneur. And we're going to be questioning them about the differences between the 9-to-5 and also the entrepreneurship. All right, let's dive into it. So welcome to the show, y'all. We have Sean. State your name and then let them know what you do.
I'm Sean. I do lashes.
Okay. And go ahead and state your name.
I'm Devin, and I'm an operations supervisor for a millwork company.
Okay, perfect. So how are y'all feeling today, first and foremost?
I feel good.
Are y'all excited about discussing the topic about the 9-to-5 and entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I'm just camera shy, so
It's all good.
outside of that, I'm happy to be here.
Okay, period. All right, so first we're going to talk about the pros and cons. So we know the 9-to-5 life is stability, benefits, you have set hours, but some of the cons may be limited earnings and potential or less freedom. So let's kind of dive into that segment and let's discuss a little bit. So first, everybody here has worked a 9-to-5 job before, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, me too. Personally, the 9-to-5, I mean, it doesn't fit everyone. Some people are really good at working a 9-to-5 job. Just because you work a 9-to-5 is not a bad thing. So let me get y'all insight on a 9-to-5, the work-life balance, etc. So since you work a regular operations job, go ahead and give us a little insight about that.
For me, I basically make my schedule now because I'm in higher management, but it took me 12 years to get there. And at the end of the day, whether I'm there or not, I'm going to get paid. But I'm also working hard to pay somebody else. And
You're trading the
right
time
before I met certain people that are entrepreneurs,
Okay.
I felt like I needed my job more than my job needed me. So I was that hard worker, and I'm there every day, 24/7. And you opened my eyes to the possibilities and capabilities that I have of doing my own thing. But I think fear and afraid of what my job could do, if I took that step. So the lack of freedom to do that is a huge deal with having a 9-to-5, because I'm still dedicated to that, but not dedicating to myself.
So you kind of letting those self-limiting beliefs get in the way of you working. That's understandable. Some people do have that fear, so they can't overcome their fear of stepping out into the world of being an entrepreneur. But when it comes to being an entrepreneur, you really have to know like what skills you have before you can even jump into that field.
Right.
So how does that make you feel knowing that you have the possibility of being an entrepreneur, but the fear is getting in the way?
A failure.
Because I don't think you're a failure.
But I feel like it because it took me this long to learn my fire, for my fire to be lit. And it stems more from just fear of doing it. It stems from trauma, everything else, because I've been bred to be a worker, but never been pushed to work for myself. I was raised to, you have to have a job to pay your bills. True enough.
I was just going to ask that, your background, your
Yeah,
parents.
so I was raised that way. I unfortunately,
that scarcity.
right.
mindset.
And I felt like if whatever type of man I was with, if I work and I fuel his dreams, then we'll ball together.
Yeah.
So I never believed enough in myself to chase my own dreams. But then again, at the end of the day, I never knew what my dream was. It took me healing and still in my healing journey to see that this 9-to-5 that I have is not who I'm meant to be. And yes, to be at the age I am, to now want to jump out on my own is it's a little stressful, defeating, so to speak, for me, I feel like that. And it's been Ashley who, she sparked my fire. Like, I'm sitting here with her, that was supposed to be my mentor. So I'm ashamed. You know what I'm saying? Like, she blessed me and gave me the game, but every time I thought I was going to be able to do it, something in my job would happen. Somebody quit or something would fall through, and here I am. Okay, I got to fix this and this, because I do have kids to raise. I do have bills to pay. I'm a single income house. I get no help. So, which again, at the end of the day, all of these are excuses. It's all excuses. I chose this life. I chose to create an excuse to make myself feel comfortable about not taking these chances, and not the fear of trying to figure out who I am and what I'm good at, when at the end of the day, whatever I believe in, I'm good at, which again is what I was taught. So it's more than, like I said, to me, I'm ashamed of myself because I know I can do better, and I'm capable of far better than what I'm doing. So I'm beating myself. So now, instead of just getting up and doing it, now it's, well, I just haven't done it. I'm just too old. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I got to get all that out the way to,
And fair is good. Fair is a good thing.
to be who I'm supposed to be.
Just that struggle process is worth it, though.
Right.
Just know that.
Oh, I know. I know.
You about to
It's
say
like
that.
that. Yeah, it's like that stepping out on faith. Like it's scary a little bit, but if you believe in yourself and apply yourself, you'll do it and you'll see. Like for me, I've been doing lashes now for 8 years.
Okay.
I never thought that I would do lashes.
Wow.
Like definitely never thought that it would be my only income, how I take care of my daughter, pay my bills, none of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, working a 9 to 5, I was fine with working a job. It just, I don't know. It was something in me just like, this not for me. Every job I had, I hold it, and I've always been like a great worker, but everyone is like, nah, it's something else for me. Something else for me. And then I just decided to go to school and, take this step or whatever. And it got me here. So it's just about like stepping out on faith. I don't think that the age really matters.
Right. You don't.
Because you could start now and be booming next year. You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
I don't
And
know.
I have ideas in my head. Like, that's what I do. Hope ain't nobody from my job watching. But that's what I do when I'm at work now, when I don't have nothing to do, is I'm Googling and looking up things and trying to come up with ideas like,
But you got to figure out
But if
what
they
your
are
skill-
watching, look,
Yeah.
don't be the push.
Yeah.
right.
Push her to get up out of there.
Exactly.
You got to figure out what your skill is. Like, what is something that you can have a discussion about with somebody and be comfortable talking about it? Like, what is the most someone ever come to you for help for? Whether it's cooking, whether
Help and
it's
decorate.
anything, whatever it is, what are you
Yeah,
good at?
yeah.
People can come to you and get
Right.
help for. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And we're not downing the 9 to 5. People 9 to 5. Somebody got to work the 9 to 5 because
Right.
we need the service from.
Right.
That's how the world gonna run.
Everybody's not meant to be an entrepreneur,
right.
and everybody's not meant to be in a 9 to 5 world. Me personally, I don't think I'm meant for a 9 to 5, and I have not worked a job in 4 years. So I really been doing this entrepreneur thing for the last 10 years, but for consistently and straight through, it's been 4 years, and I have not stepped foot back into a job because the last job that fired me, I told myself I would never work a job again because jobs they don't care about replacing you.
Yeah,
They
my-
replace you really quick.
My
They
grandfather
don't care.
always told me growing up, you're just a number.
Yeah,
Like, literally,
just
you're
a
just a
number.
number. If you die today, there's another number that they're waiting to pull.
Yep.
Yeah,
And while you working at 9 to 5, have a plan because the job is not a guarantee.
right.
You got to have a backup plan behind that, and also be looking forward to building passive income when it comes to like just generate wealth in general.
Right.
So you have your money, invest your money in yourself,
Right.
Because that's what's going to build the generational wealth. So people that work a 9 to 5 job, they have no backup plan. Now it's good because a 9 to 5 have stability, the income, but there's no potential to earn higher income.
Right.
It's not a guarantee you'll make over 7 figures in a job. You really got to be building different streams of income to even get to 7 figures.
Right.
So when you work in the 9 to 5, always have an escape plan because at the end of the day, a job can lay you off at any time. Like today, God forbid they lay you off. Right. but it's true.
No, and that's true. I mean, like my job, so I thought just going from the position I had 12 years ago to what I'm in now was a huge deal because I do work in a predominantly male industry, and I earned where I'm at. But again, I thought, I need my job more than my job needs me. So of course it was Devin can do it, Devin can do it, Devin can do it. So where does all of Devon's time goes into her job. I'm bringing my job home with me. I'm working 24. I'm at track meets
While the
with
owner,
my
the
laptop.
entrepreneur, the owner is up on an island having a good old grand time.
Yeah.
You're pretty, you making them richer than what
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, I'm on vacation working instead of being on vacation working for myself, coming up with ideas.
Right.
So no, I have not gave up on trying to find my own way, but me, again, as I feel as a failure, it's made me push my kids into being entrepreneurs for themselves. So I'm not doing as much as I could for myself because now I'm pushing more for my kids. My daughter, I want her to start her own little boutique or lashes. She does her lashes and her friends' lashes. My son's in real estate now. He's doing personal training. I took him to Miami over the summer because I wanted him to see, being a pretty little yellow boy, he has opportunities, you know, like he can get out there in YouTube and meet people and meet YouTubers and have different streams of income and network with people.
So you
Same
got,
from
you
my
got
daughter.
it down pat. Why you not doing it for yourself?
Exactly. See,
she got it
I'm
down
asking you a question.
I don't know. I don't know.
But look, now we done talked about the 9 to 5, the pros and cons. Let's talk about the entrepreneur. So, Sean, you being a full-time entrepreneur, what are some pros and cons? How do you deal with the work-life balance, etc.? And then
I don't know.
Do you have a child?
I do.
Okay,
I
so
do have a daughter. I am a single parent. I really don't know. I kind of just go with the flow, and I guess it's not the right answer, but I don't know. I put a lot into my craft, so it brings me a lot of clients. I retain clients a lot just because of the work ethic I do give to my business. Of course, I have the freedom of being able to take off when I want to. You know, work whatever schedule I want to work. So that's a pro, but
For me as a parent, that was my number one reason that I became an entrepreneur.
yeah,
I got 3 kids. I'm a single parent. So it's like, when a job say, hey, you can have the day off, or hey, you can't leave
what
early.
I'm gonna do with my kids.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna get them or whatever for me. Yeah. That's definitely part of why I love what I do. It's also tough sometimes because you don't ever know when me having clients, I'm not sure if you're on my schedule tomorrow, if you're going to make it tomorrow. I might need that for something that I got to take care of. So then it's kind of like you have to really manage your money. And I never really had to do it so much until now, I think, because I want more for me and my child. Yeah. So it's kind of a battle I'm going through with this year, which I'll talk to you about. Like, I'm trying to work on saving and putting more into my business because you get on me about a lot of stuff. I don't know. It's a lot that comes with it, but it's a great deal. Like, I love working for myself. Like I said, I never expected to be doing it for this long. So I'm doing something right.
What were you doing before?
I worked a couple different jobs. So I did like warehouse jobs. I did retail.
Some temporary.
Yeah, I've done kind of a little bit of everything. I did call center, fast food, but I don't know. It's just like every time I did have a job, like I said, I apply myself, but it's like, dang, they over here short on this side, and I gotta pick up the slack, and I'm not getting paid more to pick up the slack.
Right. Thank you.
So no, I don't know. It just always was something in me that knew that I wanted something different for myself, and I just stepped out on faith and I actually went to school to be. I wanted to do makeup at first. So I went to school and I have my
school for that child. We needed you right about
I know. I got my esthetician license, so it was more like about facials and all that. And I'm like, I don't know, this is not really my niche. Like, I don't really want to do facials or whatever. So I've always been good with like putting my lashes on with my strips and stuff. And it just was something in me. I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I think I like that. I'm gonna try that out. And I just tried it. And I did for a while work a job when I first started. Well, probably like a year. I worked a year before I just stepped out and quit my job. So I don't know. I was scared at first, but it was something that happened that made me just do it.
So people hear entrepreneurship and be like, oh, they want to be an entrepreneur, but everybody does not know what it takes to being a full-time entrepreneur at that. Like the transition between coming from a job and then going into being an entrepreneur full-time, it's not easy. Like
Yeah.
you really gotta have the mindset to be an entrepreneur. Like you really gotta be willing to take risk. Everybody's not willing to take risk.
Yeah.
So as a real entrepreneur, you'll be willing to take that risk without having that fear of failure, because failure is natural. So like you said, the fear, if you failing,
Yeah.
etc., it's gonna come. That's how most wealthy people become rich, because they're not afraid to take that leap and take that step.
Push
So
themselves to do it. Yeah, I was scared. I was, but I don't know. It was like a sign from God or something, because I actually went to my job that night to quit.
yeah,
And I didn't. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna quit yet. I ain't ready. I was actually already doing lashes, but I just didn't know if I was gonna be bringing in enough money to cover the
Right.
things that I needed. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna quit yet. And I left, and I actually got hit. I got in a car wreck. And I'm like, I'm not about to keep
I
driving
was like,
across
you ain't about to
town.
do it. I'm gonna do it for you.
Yeah, and it was really that for me, because honestly, I got hit by a drunk driver, and I didn't get into like a crazy accident like some of the ones that you see when it's that case or whatever. And I'm like, dang,
Just wanted to nudge you, like, girl,
Yeah,
now you
get out of
can't
there.
go to work.
yeah, basically, and that's just what it was. So from there, I was just like, I'm not going back there to make bare minimum when I'm already working for myself and bringing in income for myself.
yeah.
I'm gonna just see where this is going, and that's just, I never went to work again after that.
I felt that.
That
I'm
was
more
like 2018.
I'd rather put all my effort and energy into my own business versus
Yeah.
working for somebody else, because they really don't care. Like how much effort you put in, how much work you put in, how much of a good leader you are, they just don't care. They're gonna fire you regardless.
Yeah.
So, and I've learned that on multiple occasions, and I don't care what
Don't care
struggle
to
I
go
come
back
across,
to
I'm
it.
not going to another job. It's just not happening.
And see, for me, it's, yeah, I know I can be fired, I can be replaced, but they have, I guess I can say they do care. Because when my kids, I've been there 12 years. When my kids were younger and my daughter's got health issues, if I needed to bring her, she can be there with me.
That is rare.
Yeah.
That is very rare.
My
That's
son
good,
had
but rare.
a plate and screw put in his hip. He was in a wheelchair. They built a ramp for me to bring my son to work with me every
that's
day.
nice.
I had strokes at my job. I was out for 5 days, came back to work. They paid for my physical therapy. They paid me while I was going through therapy and recovering. They paid me. They've sent me and my kids on vacation when they found out we had never had a family vacation before. They sent us to Florida, paid for everything.
Yeah, for sure.
They,
That's a good job.
my kids and anything that come up with my kids, their track meets, football, a drop of a dime. If something
They
comes
give
up
you
with my
that.
kid, like
Yeah.
they know that I can go. Like, it's nothing for me to call me like, look, Lewis has been this and this. Okay, go. Just make sure let us know everything's okay. So but that's also held me back because I got way too comfortable.
And they're treating you so good, so now you feel like, damn, do I want to leave them like that?
Yeah, you'll feel
That's
bad.
what it is.
I
Yeah.
used to feel like that. I used to feel like that. But right now, at this very, I love them people to work, but let me figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. Let me really figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. And if they care about me as much as I think they do, then they'll support my decision to take that leap of faith.
Yeah.
But I'm not there yet. So I got way too comfortable because, again, they've supported me in any one of my struggles at home.
So you got to realize they're supporting you for you to stay with them.
Yeah, because
They're
they
not
know
gonna
how good
support
I
you
am.
for you to leave them. So
And I
you
think
can't
it's
you
true.
can't
Yeah.
you can't wait for
Like-
them to give you a
Okay.
leeway,
A reason to go, yeah.
while you working with them at nighttime. If you got to stay up till 3 a.m, figure out your niche, figure out what you want to
Might as
do,
well
what you
stay
need
up.
to do.
You up to 3 o'clock. You might as
But
well
that's
stay
that's
up.
the 3 o'clock is like the spiritual time when things
That's what
come
time
to
I
you.
get up every day.
What time you go to work?
5 now.
Dang.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not a morning person. So in my healing journey and becoming a different me and a better me and knowing who I am, I never was a morning person. Well, now I'm up at 3:30 every morning. I'm sitting up, I'm meditating, I'm reading books, I'm
you should.
taking time for myself, which I
grounded.
used to wake up, roll out of bed, go to work, be mad and angry. Everybody knew not to talk to
But it's
me
a different
because
feeling now that you get
yeah.
up.
So I'm in my healing journey. I love waking up in the morning and looking outside. I go to work every morning. I say good morning. I started from the lowest man to where I'm at now. I treat people equal. I'm not the angry person I used to be. So they come to me for things I'm looked to and asked. I'm now traveling to different locations. Again, all that does not mean this is where I'm supposed to be for life, but it's definitely a sign that I'm becoming who I'm supposed to be and who I should have been. And that with that becomes more confidence in myself. I don't see myself working for this place for the rest of my life at all. But while I'm here, yes, I'm now learning. I'm meeting different people. I'm making connections. I used to be very afraid of talking to white men. I got mixed kids, you know.
Why I used to be like that?
They're going to see I got mixed babies and they're not going to, you know what I'm saying?
Those skills that you developed at your job, use those same skills
To do
apply
something for
to your
myself.
business.
Yes.
That's typically how it go. You work a job, you develop so many skills, but you don't know what skills you have. So you got to really sit there and realize what skills do you have from your job.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And
like
you know
you
what
taught
skills
me.
they are?
I mean, I've been doing taxes.
You been doing taxes?
Yeah, like you taught me when I got that PTN number. I'm still doing that.
Okay, period.
Yeah, you taught me how to do that.
Side hustle and stuff.
Look, I'm giving.
She over there doing her thing.
I give myself lymphatic massages. I went and got all the little wood therapy
Good.
thing.
Okay, I ain't
Look,
mad
I'm
at you.
rolling my little tummy myself.
You can roll other people now.
I'm getting there. I'm
That's what she was
slowly-
supposed to be doing.
Massages or
I think
That's
so.
what she was supposed to be doing.
It was.
figure out.
I think
But
that-
she didn't like.
I didn't follow through.
It was that fear.
yeah, fear.
And
Fear
she
and
don't-
life.
You gotta
But I
believe
feel
it.
like you can do it while
That's
you're
what I was just about
working
to
your
say.
job.
Yeah.
Because
At
that's
night, yeah.
Something that you do want to do, and maybe that may not be for you. There's always other things
yeah.
Right.
that you can.
Once you see the money
Yeah.
rolling, you're going to be like, I don't need this damn job.
And I've never had confidence in myself
You
ever.
gotta have confidence.
I've never had confidence in I was always, the shy. I was bigger. I never had confidence in myself. Now, y'all, I swore to my kids I was gonna be TikTok famous.
Okay.
I'm on it.
You doing good.
That's
on TikTok, by the way.
entrepreneurship,
I
you
didn't
know
want
what
to
I'm
tell
saying?
you. You are doing good.
I had
Look
my
at
little
her.
body done. I told them once I had my body done, y'all better look
over
out.
with.
Yeah, white
So-
mama on TikTok now. Y'all
Yeah.
better stop playing with her.
Yeah, so I got my body done. I'm confident. I'm going to work. I'm healing. There's nothing to stop
You
me.
waking up just with a better mood.
Right, a better.
Starting
I
your day
come
better.
home
Yeah.
with a better, even 16, 17 hours a day. I still have a better spirit.
Yeah.
But when I come home and
How many hours you work?
sometimes I do.
I know you lying. If you don't, I'm gonna build you a little postcard to
Baby, 16
Now a lot of
hours.
time it's overtime, so I'm just
Oh,
really
okay,
sitting
yeah.
there trying to figure out my own thing. Because when I go home, I still got to be mom. No matter how old my kids are,
Exactly.
I still got to be mom.
Yeah.
That you mentioned that time. So now, let me put my little feedback. In that case, so you got people who say that entrepreneurs does not work as hard as people who work a 9-to-5 job.
I don't believe that.
That exactly, because when you're an entrepreneur, you're working
24/7.
around the
Yeah, you
clock.
don't have
Like,
no other
24/7.
choice.
your brain don't stop.
Yeah.
Like you really
Yeah.
be analyzing and trying to, build your business out, figure out what your next move gonna be, pivot the business, etc. So it never stops. Like we really be working like
this week, me and Ashley were
24
trying to figure out why the hell we are so drained. We're going to bed at a certain
drained,
time.
like,
We
mentally.
waking up drained, but it's literally like
It's
a
the mental,
mental
yeah, it's a mental.
because our
Like,
brains are just
I
like
have 5 coffees.
Yeah.
Like, why am I so tired? But it's a mental thing. Like we really be like, you really got to push your business to where you want it to get before you can just actually stop. The goal is to actually make the business work for you.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that way you're not working for like that's really a job. If you're
And
working for the
that's
business, it's still a
exactly
job.
where I'm at with it right
Yeah,
now. I'm
so you wanna-
running my I'm
Yeah.
working,
Yeah.
working, and it's the same. I'm like, dang, I'm always tired.
Yeah, you're always tired.
People think because you're just sitting there doing lashes that it's not hard on your
She
body.
ain't doing anything. I
Yeah.
be doing this all day. I'm in meetings at work, blah, 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 blah. Baby.
Mentally, physically,
Mentally, exactly.
all of it.
meetings in our brain all day.
Yeah, all day
Baby.
calculating, trying to make sure
Yeah.
this don't do this or that,
Trying to-
or what
trying
my
to-
next move is.
Then you
gonna
got
be.
another idea. You trying to pivot there. It's just the plans that you have for your business. And then when Emily and I went to Houston this weekend, we enjoyed ourselves, but
Y'all still
we did not go party. We
Literally,
went to bed by
everybody was
9.
like, "Oh, yeah, I know you was out there partying, baby.
No,
I was
we
in
were in the bed by
with
9.
my computer."
On the computer. Yes.
Still working.
No, we not partying. None of that. We out here for work and networking because we really got goals. Like we really trying to push our podcast to the next level. So
Yeah.
really don't have no. Houston would have been lit. You need to go out there and turn up. Everybody think that turning up in Houston, but we had some good food, but We didn't go out there like
That was a
yeah,
turn up for
baby.
me, the food.
Yeah, Houston food.
I was fine with the
But
food.
even for my 9 to 5, I struggle. Like it barely makes ends meet. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's always also been another
So that's
issue.
not a push for you right there?
I mean, that it wasn't before because I was comfortable.
Okay.
I was comfortable. I was afraid to do anything. I didn't know.
And it's fine to be in that.
But now, no, like I've got I was talking to one of my friends, like I want to do a podcast. I want to be out there walking down the streets and stuff, just stopping and talking to random people. The last 2 times I've been to Miami, I've wound up on YouTubes. I mean, I'm trying to tell you, like,
Girl, just
So you have the
Yeah.
confidence and stuff.
She have it.
yeah.
What's
We
the
need you to
hold
have
up?
it without daughter though. Don't make the daughter be. It's good she
How old is your
pushes you.
daughter?
17.
Oh,
that's my
Yeah.
only friend, girl. That's my only friend.
No, it's not.
So no, it really, she really
Probably
is.
your closest friend.
No. She's really my only friend, though. So again, it took me, and this has all been with the last 1 or 2 years, seeing that I work for my job. You know, I work there, but I'm really not going to be there forever. Where I thought I was going to live and die at this place. No, I'm not doing that no more because again, that white man is on the beach and I'm behind this desk. So no, ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I'm not doing that no more. But like, I have so much more in me to give the world. I was just afraid to do it because I didn't want to lose my job.
I want to go back to something you just said. You said the 9 to 5 is basically not paying the bills. So is it because you're so I'm just thinking about something that I heard years ago and I go off of that. So say you making $1,500 a month. Go get you a Range Rover, that's $1,700 a month. What's that gonna push you to do?
Get another job.
Get another job?
Get
Get some more money. Yeah, let's just stick to that.
Yeah, like a second job or something.
Yeah, not a no. Just get some more money.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
So is it the bills are higher? Wouldn't that push you to?
You would think so, yeah. But when you don't have I never had
Thought of working for
not a
yourself
thought.
or-
No one ever and I shouldn't even need anybody to encourage me. But I was raised, you got to have a job to work.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, with that same insecurity and all that issues, I dealt with men that were no good. And so that was another, I worked so they could hustle. I legalized their hustle. So I'm gonna keep my job. And then when they ball, we ball together, right? I'm gonna help you do all your dreams because you're never gonna leave me. Well, then, yeah, you leave me. So now I'm back to nothing with 2 kids still on my back. So what am I gonna do?
I learned that a long time ago. No, I mean, I do.
So it took me not depending on men anymore and knowing I don't need a man and I'm okay alone to really see I can do this. Like, I can do it.
It's a
back
survival
to-
mode that you're in.
Right.
Fight or flight. Yeah.
So you
We're gonna
only
come back
make
2 episodes
enough
from now. We're
just
gonna
to
give
pay
them
the
an
bills.
update.
I told y'all, like everybody needs a white girl on their team. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Like I feel like also I can mentor and talk to people. Like tell them what I've been through in my struggle. And granted, I'm not where I want to be, but I know that to have come as far as I have with 2 kids on my back and to be where I'm at in my 9 to 5, anybody else can do that. If I can do it, anybody else can do that. So I can help motivate the next. I would love to motivate them to get their
You
own
just
stuff,
spoke
though.
one of your skills. So
Exactly.
Make sure you write that
I
down.
did. I've said that to myself before. I haven't
Yes.
said it out loud. That's one of my things.
It's one of your
So
skills.
yeah, but it took Ashley to teach me, to show me that I can be more than I am.
Yeah.
Just to
It's
shut up
in
and
you.
do
It's
it.
in you. Just
right.
to come up out
Yeah.
of you.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
It's
Yes, ma'am.
definitely in you.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
I think we all got it in there somewhere. Well, most of us. You just got to find it.
And it's okay to need a little encouragement, but
Yeah.
just get you a mentor or listen to podcasts.
I've been doing a lot of that. I was focused on the self-help and the healing for so long
that's what you have to do. You
that
have to-
I got really comfortable in my healing. So it was work, home, work, home, work, home, work, home, and listening to podcasts and reading books, work, home, listening to podcasts, reading books, trying to be up under my kids because they were my only friends. You want to watch a movie? You wanna go-
saying that.
So, it took me, even after having surgery, this is the most I've shown my little body since that. So then I was like, you know what? Now I've gotten way too comfortable where I'm at. Now I need to take that next step. So what's that next step, Debbie?
Right.
You got to get out and start doing more for yourself. Your job is not the only thing you have to do. So stop doing that. Stop thinking you got to be there every day, all day. No, try something else. Like there's something else. Take my kids to Miami. Try to help my kids. I don't want my kids stuck in that mind frame that I've been in for as old as I am.
Break that
years.
curse.
Right. I want to break that. But like you said, while breaking the curse, I'm not breaking it in myself. I'm still just doing,
They need to see you doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I got to show them, especially my daughter. I have to show her
That's how
something
my
different.
oldest son is. Like all he ever seen me do was hustle. That's it.
And see, all my kids have ever seen me do is struggle and work a 9 to 5. So that was my biggest thing for my middle son. I his whole life, you got to go to college, you got to do this so you can have this, you can have that. It took me.
Don't get me wrong. You still
but you don't-
struggle when you're an entrepreneur.
Right.
'Cause them first 2-3 years, it's hectic.
Oh, I understand, but
Yeah.
I didn't want him. I thought you have to go to high school, college degree, good job. I had to no. You don't have to have all that.
for us.
Yeah.
Right. That's kinda
Right.
like the layout.
You don't have to have all that. I want you to have your own business. I want you to have your own stuff. They have a class in school. It's called Avid, where they help you find colleges and stuff. And my daughter's Avid teacher asked her, well, what college does your mom want you to go to? My mom doesn't want me to go to college. My mom wants me to have my own business before I graduate high school, which is what I want for her.
Yeah.
And she's 17. So every day I'm pushing her, baby, you can do this, you can do that. You're good at this. My son doing real estate, all of that now, like I'm pushing them, but I do need to push myself further.
Yeah.
Cause I do, it's, and the insurance, I pay for insurance. I've needed that. I have never been able to get Medicaid and all that.
I hate when people say that. I need insurance. I got insurance and I don't. And I'm an entrepreneur.
That's
The
one of
job
my
is not the
problems.
only
You can
place.
get an
Anything as an
entrepreneur.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like you don't have
Somebody
to
was like,
be
"Oh,
a
I'm
job.
only got this job for insurance." Let me give you my guy's number. I'll give you my guy's number.
Like,
Let me get that.
right? And I pay a lot
$40 a month, and I got the same insurance your
people,
job
they
giving
have
you.
that
Blue
mindset
Cross
too,
Blue Shield.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They need the benefits. That's why they work. But that's not
And
the
you
case.
know, that's what I've been talking about lately. Like, I'm not gonna stop doing lashes, but lately I've been like, I'm gonna give me a job.
I have,
Just 'cause
I
I
have a
want-
job. I have a 9 to 5 job
Yeah,
too.
just because
Yeah.
I want the insurance, the whatever to fall back on as I'm getting older or whatever for my daughters.
but
for me
you
to
can
line it
build
up.
that outside of.
I know, but that's the part of being an entrepreneur.
And don't let that
I'm
9 to
not
5 take
in.
over your
And
your
that-
business.
Yeah. I've been having a conversation with my dude about it, and he's like, yeah, like he's talking to me about getting a job and stuff too. But it's like, you got to understand, I can't go work full time because that leaves no room for me to be
Right.
a lash tech or a mom. Like, I'm going to be strictly working. No, you're not going to be able to do that, baby.
Yeah.
You
Not
got to
going
pick
back.
up my slack.
Not going back to a job.
I probably won't because I think I say this every other year or something. Like,
Yeah.
when it gets tough. Or
It's okay
whatever.
to do it temporarily. Like you just know
Yeah.
it's temporary. 'Cause it's only to solve a temporary problem. So
Right.
Honestly,
I'm
yeah.
not. We're
the
not
fuel.
going to know.
It's
Some
just
people
the
go to
fuel
a
of
job
the
for
account.
permanently, and that's all they know is work, 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 job, job, job. Get fired at this job, you go to the next job.
So
Yeah.
and I feel like you're gonna tell the truth. So I recently got, well, it's been a few months. I got a job, and I feel like Ashley hated that I had a job because she's like, "What you doing today?" "Oh, I gotta work. I gotta do that."
You going to
So I know
work?
Ashley was like, but I was still running my business at the same
Right.
time. But
I'm always
And that's
saying,
what
when
you
gonna
should
quit?
do.
yes,
Yeah.
and then
When
they
you gonna
finally
quit?
fired me, and then
like,
I know
ooh.
Ashley was like.
Yes.
So now I had all the time in the world to actually, because I kind of honestly, like, that's why I said don't let the job take over, because I let my job.
Yeah,
I was doing adjusting, and if you know
I
about
wanted
adjusting,
to-
that's like a 24-hour job
Okay,
on its
well,
own.
No.
Yeah, but the money was good. I was making
Yeah.
like over $30-$40 an hour, so I was not letting that go. Like they had to let me go because that money was helping out my business. I was able to pay
Yeah.
for my office and not, sweat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the time that when I get off work, because it's 12-hour shifts, I'm tired. I don't want
You
to
don't
do
wanna
what I was
do
supposed to do for my
anything.
business now. So
Yeah.
I had an office. I ain't been to the office in 2 months because I was busy at work. So
yeah.
don't let the 9 to 5
Take over.
take over. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. But the 9 to 5 is okay just for it to fuel your business.
And that's kind of where I'm at with it now. I needed to fuel. Like
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, I did a lot. I had business cards and I promoted and stuff a lot. I don't have Facebook no more. Like I deleted all of that just because now I'm at a point. It's me being comfortable. Like I get a lot of referrals, so that that makes
Word
up
of
for
mouth
the
is
slack.
always good.
Yeah, and it is, and it's gonna always be that. But I also still need to promote myself as well, and that's where she gets on me at too, because it's like. I
And
don't know, I
another
wanna
thing
do that.
is, you've been doing lashes for so many years. Now it's time for you to add more income
it.
streams into your
Yeah.
business.
yeah,
So whether it's teaching,
Teach. I was about to say that teaching,
You
is,
gotta-
and then you don't even
and
have
I
to
do
physically
classes,
teach
but I
anymore.
don't promote it.
You don't even have to physically teach anymore. You could get a YouTube page, or like how we have like our private courses.
Do videos.
I don't got to talk to them people. I don't got to touch them people, but it's $1,700.
Yeah. Digital courses, like all that.
digital courses.
Yes. All you got to do is sit out one day and record everything, A through Z. Send them a little textbook. Make your own little textbook.
Even do little ebooks.
The ebooks.
You know, different ways you can make money with
Digital marketing is the thing right now.
So now it's again stepping out on faith. And
digital marketing.
I heard. I told you I'm starting with TikTok
You
now.
okay.
I should have been on TikTok, but I don't know.
You need to get on that, girl.
I'm just weird when it comes to the phone and social media. I don't know.
But so you get like a lot of word of mouth.
Yeah, a lot of my clients is word of mouth. You know, I don't really post a whole lot. So, and then I have a lot of regular clients. Like, even if they don't come, they'll come to me consistently and fall off or something. They come back and they come back with more people. Yeah. So, I mean, it works. It's working, but I do need to figure out. I want more. Like, I'm hungry for more. And I think it's time to revamp for sure.
As a hairstylist, I made most of my money when I didn't want to be behind the chair. I made it teaching.
Yeah.
So maybe that could be.
Yeah. It's time to do something else. It's more to it than just every day going. I do lashes every day except for Sundays.
I like that.
I've been there. I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah, like I don't want to work that many days.
My brain is like talking to people for that. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Talking to the same people
all the time.
Like, oh, Lord.
Oh, no, we be having tea time.
Tea time, girl.
I love my clients. I'm sorry, y'all. I love y'all to death. But talking to y'all about the same thing over and over, it's like, girl.
They don't have a different topic when they come?
I'll be the same nigga.
Oh.
Same bull crap.
You said last appointment you was
It'd be funny. It'd be funny. I'm like, give me an update, and it'd be the same.
Right.
I loved it though, but it's just like, the repetitiveness.
Just want more.
Yeah.
And that's the goal, to not be behind the chair all this time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 30 now, so I don't know, 40, whatever. I don't see me doing lashes. So I have to figure out something now so it can come into play and I can benefit from it.
Looking at you, I just got a vision of you being in Atlanta, being in London, teaching the course.
Yeah.
That's
and then my thing is, if you can find something that you do that's different from a lot of people, because you did my lashes and I feel like you were a little bit faster than, I love my lash tech. She just had a baby. But
that's shocking because I take all day.
But I just feel like the method that you used was a little bit faster. Like, you know, sometimes you got to find like a little outside niche that can and promote. Like, I do lashes in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I better use ChatGPT. It's gonna be your best friend.
Yeah. Chat will give you a little idea that will be outside of the box.
Yeah.
Because everybody do lashes. You know what I'm saying? So many lashes.
Everybody got ebooks
How
on
are
lashes.
you different?
Yeah.
Just make your stand out
from everyone else.
Right.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. How do you find your niche? How do you find
Maybe that came to me at 3 a.m. in the morning in a dream.
Sometimes God just give you the vision.
I give it to you. Especially how you waking up at 3 o'clock. Have you ever woke up at 3, 4 in the morning? Maybe it's to use the bathroom.
And you got an idea?
You just had an idea?
Every morning.
Girl, why you not writing it down?
That's divine inspiration.
That's it right there.
Yes. I'm up at the time of the day.
I mean, it's every morning. And I used to hate getting up and tired every day, Saturdays and Sundays included.
Just wake up
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm wide awake.
Then you need to
thinking about what the next move is.
And I used to think about my job. I used to think about what am I going to wear to work.
And talk about their job.
What am I going to do? And see,
I don't that job now.
I don't anymore.
Trying to get you out of there.
I don't wake up thinking about what I'm going to do with my job. You know, my job the next day. I'm thinking about what can I do next?
For you.
I'm not worrying about, which I should worry about bills, but I'm not. I'm waking up, what can I do for me? How can I be a better me? And part of being a better me now is to find my niche. And
don't worry about the bills. Worry about how you going to
pay the bill.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, don't even worry about it. Just think of something that's going to happen. Not worrying about paying
more
the
money.
bills. Right.
So what do you like? What do you think that you would want to do?
I enjoy.
You're a good talker. I see that.
I do enjoy that. Like, I've really come out of my shell talking to people. I do enjoy mentoring people. I do enjoy doing the taxes.
What would you mentor something specific or
more like youth?
Domestic abuse.
Okay,
girl, that's a good piece right there.
Women that feel like that have become emotionally dependent on men and think that they can't leave.
You could do a podcast on that.
I've thought about that. I've thought about doing that with my best friend.
Do it, baby.
But see, now I've started. In order to go live on TikTok, you have to do it consecutively for so many days and have so many
What
friends.
other social medias do you have?
Facebook and everything. But now I'm making money on TikTok. I make money from my videos because I do have quite a few followers now. So I am making money.
You
but
can make money on Facebook too. Facebook pays good too.
They do?
Instagram doesn't pay as good anymore. Facebook pays good too, and TikTok. So scroll over to Facebook and do that too.
And I've been trying to get my friend on, like, so her and I
You didn't
can.
have no friends.
Yeah.
Well, I told y'all I don't see her no, and when she
She's
sees
still
this,
your friend.
she gonna find out
That's
I'm
a
in
friend that
Dallas.
you ain't gonna talk to you. You ain't gonna talk or see your friend all the time.
Right.
But if
Okay,
you need
so,
them
yeah.
to talk to them, then you know.
My bad, Jenny. You're my homie.
Okay, Jenny.
You know,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
my
I
homie.
had
You
your
know,
back this whole time,
and
Jenny.
she's the one that's got 5 kids and is out there Ubering, doing this, doing
She a
that.
hustler.
Oh yeah, she out there doing it because she has so many kids that she has
Jenny,
no
she
choice.
over, girl.
I know,
business.
right? And so I've been like, girl, we got to get it. We got to do a podcast. You know, especially some of the stuff we've been through as white girls dating outside of our race. You know, we got a lot of stuff
she
to
white
talk about.
too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff we can
Have
talk
she
about.
dealt with the same thing? Like,
Yes.
so that's y'all could be on a podcast
Start
together.
y'all podcast.
Right.
Like, what's
But
stopping
before
y'all?
I start a podcast with someone else, I want to start like every day. I get in the car and talk about my day and what this and that and
Y'all
how I
both
can
want to
help
start it
someone
out
else.
from the mud together. You don't want to just do it. Y'all started off
might be a
on the
push
mud
to-
together, and then I probably give you more confidence and more of a.
So y'all discuss
Yeah.
doing a
And then you
podcast,
separate.
you and her?
I have, yeah.
Well,
But
how
okay,
does she feel about it?
she's waiting on me.
Oh.
She's waiting on me.
Jenny, she ready.
Yeah,
Grab her.
ready. Get
Okay,
on that.
now what if I don't want to have? Okay, so let's say I do a podcast with someone else. No knocking you, Jenny. I know you down, but I should not be able to say I can do something on my own and
you
not
do it by
need somebody
yourself.
else.
Yeah, you can.
Because you got to make sure the person is right for you too, because she may not have that drive like you have.
right.
You know, you don't want to come.
She seems like
me,
a hustler though. That's
Oh,
why
yeah,
I'm
she
saying
got-
it.
she
Make
got
it
way
seem
more
like a
drive
hustler.
than
You know how
me.
many people I ran into that was hustlers that I went into business with and didn't work out?
Yeah.
Make sure you know who you're going into business with. I have learned that the hard way last year. I went in business with 4 people and it didn't work out with none of them. So she may be your friend and she may talk about doing a
'cause you
podcast,
don't
but
want
make sure
that
she
to-
have that same
to
drive. You know, like
vibe between
interview
y'all.
her, question her, like y'all have a discussion about it before y'all
Right.
just jump into it together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
sense.
but doing a podcast is actually a good idea. Like,
And I really, honest to God, y'all, I think that because the podcast thing has been on my mind and on my heart so heavy lately, and then you asked me to be here, and then it was this topic, and I told her, I was like, man, nah, I can't.
yeah,
I
she
can't.
tried to back out.
I was like, I can't talk about a 9 to 5. I was like, no.
I'm so embarrassed.
I was like,
Wow,
no. You know what I'm saying?
9 to 5s make the world go round, but it's just not for everybody.
So-
Absolutely. But if
Somebody
you
gotta
have
do
that in you and you know that you want your own business and stuff, you just got to step out and do it. You have to apply yourself to that and not give that job all of your time.
Right. And so I felt
But
like
not
me
everyone
coming
feels
here.
that way. Some
Right.
people fine with going to work.
I feel like me coming here and Ashley asking me to be here, that was my sign.
Yeah.
So I left work
That's why
3
you
hours
didn't wanna
early
come
to
talk
be
about
ready.
it.
Yeah, which is like a 9 to 5. I'm like, oh my God, why can't we talk about white girls dating black guys? I can talk
That could
about
be a
that.
topic. That could be a topic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to bring me up here knowing you get blessed
But we're
me
not
with the
down
game.
in 9 to 5. We just want to talk about the pros and cons because
Facts. And
There's pros
so,
and cons to both.
If
Yeah.
it's something that you are interested in.
but I feel like that was God telling me that, you know, this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I got a question before we So the corporate burnout versus the entrepreneurship burnout. What's worse? If y'all got a little 2-second back for you to tell us.
Corporate burnout.
I'm not sure because I haven't really got to a burnout point.
Really? Like during the holidays, that was my worst. My best times and my worst times.
I think because I always want to work. I know that I got to go to work to get this money to do this and this and that. So I haven't really got to a burnout, but I just got to a point of like, okay,
I want
got
more.
to do more. Yeah, I need more.
I've been burnt out. That's why I stopped doing body sculpting because I got
Yeah.
burnt out. And I was,
But thankfully, I haven't. This is my income, so I don't
And
know.
you
if
really
that
love
plays a
it.
part. Yeah, I do. I absolutely love doing lashes, but I don't know if it's because this is what I do to bring in money that I don't let my mind go that way or what. But yeah, I haven't really got to a burnout point. But now it's time to.
something different.
I've had
I
major
got more to
burnouts.
it.
So do y'all have a specific time where it's like really busy or really like stressful? Like inventory time or something like that?
Inventory is always busy, but really I work in a millwork company, so it's with home builders.
Okay.
And we produce the doors and the trim and things like that. So it's busy all the time, and it's something different every day. Because if I'm sitting there doing the same thing every day, then that's when I get in trouble. You know, it's something different. But I do have a burnout. But I couldn't honestly sit here and tell you at what times, because again, I'm a different me, and I haven't reached I'm burnt out just being there, period. Getting up every day and going to a 9 to 5, I'm burnt out, you know? But to be able to sit there and get frustrated enough to where I'm like, nope, I'm not. I will walk away for a few minutes. I'll tell my boss, hey, look, I need a mental day. I'm right here.
That was me.
And he understands. Like, he'll, okay, do it. You know, mentally and emotionally, or I'll go and sit down and be like, I'm feeling like this. And she got about one more time. And he's like, okay, well, why is she controlling your emotions? First of all, we're all energy, you know, fix it. I'm like, you're right.
I dealt with that as an entrepreneur too. Like clients that you have to, you have to be professional with, but sometimes they get you there, but you got to be professional with them. So yeah.
It's tough. Now I do get tired. I don't know. I don't feel like it's the same as a burnout. I get tired, of course. Yeah, of course. Where I'm like, okay, I've been working too many days straight. Like I need to take off for it. Oh, I don't have any appointments today. I didn't block it, but thankfully nobody had today, so I'm okay with it.
There's somebody book at 9.
But you ain't never got to that point. But you ain't never got to that point where you're like, I'm tired of doing really tired of doing lashes.
No,
like,
I haven't got to that point. Yeah. I haven't at all.
And you really are passionate about doing lashes.
I am. And it shows.
Yeah.
Book me. Cool.
Hello, book with Sean.
I need to go for my fill. I need to book my appointment.
Yeah, we'll get that together.
But right. So what people don't see. This is like a good, because me and Ashley discussed this before. So entrepreneurship isn't always glamorous, late nights, dealing with self-doubt. So a lot of people talking about that, like a lot of people think that 9-to-5ers, they work more, they have a lot more to deal with. So what do y'all think about that?
I feel like it goes, you get it with on both ends. Yeah, because we have to continuously think and fight for ourselves and push ourselves. And for your job, you still got to go in and do everything that they're asking of you to do. So,
but you have more control on your side. So, granted, you have to continue. You're looking for something always. But I could walk into my job tomorrow and they could let me go. So I never know. Yeah, you know, I never know from one day to the next. Like, business is slow right now, so I'm doing my job and someone else's, but I have to because we're slow and they're cutting people. So me being a manager, this is what I have to do right now, which is frustrating, but it's what I have to do. But at the end of the day, I could walk in there tomorrow and they could say they don't need me no more. Then what? You know, so they have the control. I don't have no control of it right now.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
Gotta have a plan. Gotta have a plan.
Well,
so
yes, ma'am.
Would you be able to do both, working 9 to 5 and being an entrepreneur?
Yes. Absolutely. If I'm up all night anyway.
So,
oh yeah,
I'm gonna have to.
She said I'm up all night every
Oh yeah, 100% can. 100% can.
In.
Yeah. I kind of want to do something else too. I've been thinking of something else that I want to do, and it's
like
just
outside of lashes.
Yeah, but still entrepreneurship is something else that I want to do, and I've been thinking about it for a while. So I might try to get that into place.
Aren't you an ebook girl?
Yeah.
I'm always
that too. I can get on that side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause the lashing, back, wrist, everything is hurting.
Lashing all day.
All day.
I'm always brainstorming and thinking about new things to do. It took me a few years before I found my niche.
Yeah.
Cause I started back in 2017, I want to say. And I started selling shoes.
Was that okay, I was gonna say, I know you had a boutique.
Yeah. Then I started selling clothes. And I had a boutique. And then I got into the credit repair. I mean, I've learned so many skills, but that don't mean it's my niche. Like, I really know how to fix credit.
You're not scared to try different things.
I'm not scared to try.
I love about you, for sure.
My niche is helping entrepreneurs. So I found my niche, and now I'm sticking to it. It wasn't the boutique. It wasn't selling shoes. But if anybody was to come and need help, I can do that.
Yeah.
Because I've learned so much about entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
And then I went to school for it. So it's just trying new things. I'm never afraid to try. I will invest my money into pretty much anything just to learn it and try it out. But I'm pretty much self-taught on everything I do. So you just got to be willing to just get out there and just do it. It's just, I really think it's just, I was just born like that, you know?
Right.
It's just natural. So
Yeah.
I could never get along with managers at jobs. I'm always getting fired. Customers, arguing with customers, cursing them out. Like, I can't tolerate somebody telling me what to do. Like, I've never been there. I've always wanted to be a business owner, entrepreneur, but I never knew, like, what I wanted to do. So it started out when I was staying in New Orleans. So I'm like, I want to be a entrepreneur, but I don't know what I want to do. So I just experienced different things until I figure out what's really meant for me. And then God is always giving me an idea, and it's always something relevant to me helping entrepreneurs. So I just turn those different ideas into different little incomes. Just whether it's an ebook, whether it's a coaching program, etc., it's still within that same field.
I think if I had a crappy job, I would have probably pushed me out a long time
So that's what I
ago.
was thinking just now. You're at a corporate, like a real corporate, job. So that's why yours is kind of different. But like for people that just work fast food all the time, I know somebody that worked at Walmart for 40 years. I didn't even know Walmart was open that long. Like, so yours is kind of, you got the good end of the stick, but don't let that.
As it had, it made me very stagnant.
Stressful.
Yeah, it made me very stagnant.
Corporate is stressful, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because I became a number. Like we were a privately owned company at one time, then we were bought by another company, then we became numbers. And I was
always
really
a
afraid.
number.
You know,
By the
I'm
time you did the application.
True. So I was always afraid because again, I'm in a predominantly white man industry, and here's my little tail with pictures of my little light
I
skin.
kind of want to give you kudos for that, but I'm like, no, because then she might stay.
Well, no, but look, it was that, and this is gonna sound, y'all are gonna get on my tail. I'm already let me boot up and suit up for it. When I started there, okay, and it was predominant, it's all white men, and here very few women, and here I'm coming in, and I'm knowing how they are already. It was nothing for me. I immediately put pictures of my babies out. One of the other ladies wouldn't put pictures of her kids out because her grandbabies were mixed. No, put pictures of my kids out because I promise you, I'm ready for that. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all I can do this. For everybody that said Devin wasn't gonna make it, Devin couldn't do it, Devin wouldn't last. Oh, I'm finna show y'all.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show
them.
you.
So now,
Exactly. So I did that to
Now
myself.
you're going to step it up a little notch.
Yeah. So now I got to step again outside of that box because I did get comfortable because they do very generous. They have helped me quite, they've been there for me, but I do have to step out that box.
Go ahead.
No, I was waiting for y'all to get on my tail. I'm ready.
No,
we have to give it to you.
Maybe after the show.
Yeah. You did
You
good.
about
though.
to ask me something?
If you
No. So, I mean, hey, we discovered the pros and cons of a 9-to-5 and an entrepreneur. So maybe that will motivate you. Definitely not downing 9-to-5s. No corporate, none of that. Because if it's for you, it's for you.
because they be
It's
on
not
your
for
tail.
me.
Oh, 9 to 5. Shut up.
But people be feeling
you
like-
want to be an entrepreneur.
Why? They feel like
Not you,
it's
but
something against
everybody.
9-to-5. It's nothing against that. It's just people. I just don't like 9-to-5s, and I teach my kids the same thing. You're not going to go work for nobody, so
Yeah.
you just gonna cut that. That's why I'm teaching them how to be entrepreneurs at an early age. It's up to them whether they want to take that advice or not. But it's definitely nothing against working a 9-to-5 because there's pros to it. Like you got the benefits, you got the stability, you got a set check you get every week. But I just can't settle for the limited income.
And I feel that. This is how dedicated I am, and you're going to get on me, to my son and his real estate, okay? My son had his own house in Fort Worth, doing his own thing, paying his bills, working, right? He wanted to become a realtor. He had to stop working. I had to move home. Lewis moved back home.
Nothing wrong with that. 'cause
Lewis
he's-
don't pay bills, nothing, because I wanted him to really do this real estate thing.
That's a
So
good parent. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I told him to come home. You know what I'm saying? But now that is a good parent, but that's also another mouth, another body,
But you know
another.
it's going to work out in the end. You can't think about
Right.
You got to think about the future. You can't think about.
But I'm thinking about his, not mine.
That's what I'm saying.
How old is
Yeah,
That's normal.
21.
'cause you're
Yeah.
small.
Oh, he's still young.
That's a normal thing. That's not going to
Dang.
go away.
And I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Even though sometimes like my mom taught me she didn't baby me. I had to, you know, like
I had to
she
go out
wanted
and get it.
Yeah,
yeah.
She wanted me to see going because your parents is not always going to be there, and God forbid if you lose them, what you gonna do? You're gonna be
True.
fish out of
And
water.
see, I didn't have any, so
Yeah.
that was
So
another
there's nothing
thing.
wrong with that. Just I probably would have let him pay one bill.
So he
Like
got
go
his
get
license,
a,
right?
go get a job
But
at
you
Target
can come
overnight for
home.
the
21,
weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got his real estate license.
That's good.
Yeah.
But like,
See, it
I
worked
didn't
out.
believe it. Like, he's through Keller Williams now. Like, he's got
That's
his
good.
flyers, his business cards, and when he's telling me about all the dues and stuff, I'm like, boy, nah.
So he planned on being a broker.
Oh yeah, like he's
Yeah.
he's got his little brokerage
I
thing
don't know
going.
why I don't think being a realtor is a 9 to 5 because like you could really be on your own and do your own. I think
I
that's
think
like
at the beginning it's like
because you
still
got to work under
working
somebody
for
to
the
build.
real estate company, but once
Yeah,
you
but
get
once
to
you
that
get on your
level, where you
own.
can be
Right.
a broker, then you own your own.
And that's why I took him to Miami, because I wanted him to see, okay, yeah, there's houses in DFW, but baby, you can get so good that you can get out here and network, you know. We were on the beach,
So
and this
vacation
dude,
homes out of the country.
this dude stopped and took pictures of us.
What type of homes will he specialize in?
2-story houses.
Like modern?
He met a dude on the beach that takes pictures. Do you know
so he
he's
could
having
team up with him.
He's having Rente come out here next week.
See?
So he networked
Yeah.
while he was out there, while I'm getting him out there looking, you know what I'm saying, to do all that. So I let him come home so that
wrong
he
with
could
that.
really focus on that and pay those expensive dues, because I didn't realize it was that expensive, but it really is.
Yeah.
So I see that in him, and now that's driving me more, because my daughter is 17 and she is at home and she has gone through every bit of hell that I've drugged them through and watched me struggle, that I'm not going to let my baby do that. My baby's not going to do that at all. She's not going to ever think she's got to depend on a man how her mama did. She's going to get out there and get it on her own.
It's a good way to
That's
teach
what
her.
it's about, though. We go through things and we just know, you know, not everyone, but some of us know, like, we don't want our kids to go through that. We don't want our
Right.
kids to see that. We know that we want to be better than what our moms may have been, or parents, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So it's
You
up
work
to
with what you got, but you take what
Yeah.
you got and learn from it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So
Amen.
some people let that keep them
stagnant.
exactly.
Yeah. They dwell in it. And I was that person. I dwelled in that. You know, I thought I would never be any more than my 9 to 5. I would never have a better position in my 9 to 5, because I hid from it. I wanted to stay out of the light. I didn't want anybody to see me. And then it took me really hitting my tail, meeting Ashley, being ashamed because she blessed me with the game and I didn't do it. You know, and I think about that every day.
she
She
ashamed.
blessed me with it and I didn't
Get
do
on
nothing
this
with it to
podcast.
really be like, no, this is not me. This fire burning in me is not for this company.
And
This
honestly,
is for
when
me.
somebody teaches you something, you don't have to grasp it right. You don't have
Right.
to.
No,
it's
but
Not
the,
your time to
the
grasp
logic,
it right away. Yeah.
the logic, you know
have
what I'm
it.
saying?
As long as you retained it, you'll use it. Just don't
Right.
take
But guess
years and
what?
years to use it. But
Podcasting is definitely for you. So put that on your to-do list.
yeah, because you done
So
took
you
over the
talk.
podcast,
I
baby.
know, I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you okay, but you really can talk. So when
All right.
you do decide to do your podcast, just do your podcast.
Well, y'all said I could talk, so you know it's always going to
All right, we running out of time now. So if y'all out there and y'all have any questions, any comments, or if y'all have an episode that y'all want us to talk about, email us at girltalkunfiltered25@gmail.com. If y'all have any comments about today's episode, go ahead and email us or comment under the YouTube channel.
And comment entrepreneurship or 9 to 5. Which one are you? Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. And thank you all for watching. We love y'all.
Mwah. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.